Hello students, I am Mofia Bose and welcome to my class of probability. Today is our first class and today we will be learning some basic concepts of probability. Let's begin. So, what is probability? Probability is all about happening an event which has a chance of happening. Probability is how likely something is to happen. You might also hear it called chance. For example, today it might be raining or might not be. This chance factor is called the probability. In mathematics, probability has a numeric value. Probability can be expressed as fractions, decimals, or percentage, or on a probability scale. Let's have a look of the probability scale. Look here, this is the probability scale. As you can see here, the value is ranging from 0 to 1. This is the probabilistic scale ranging from value 0 to 1. Now we will learn about this probabilistic scale in a better way. Here we are interpreting the probabilistic scale. An event with a probability 1 can be considered as a certainty. That means if an event has an probabilistic value of 1, that means that event is certainly going to be happened. An event with a probability of 0.5 can be considered to have equal chances of occurring or non-occurring. It has a 50-50 chance, equal chance of happening or non-happening. An event with a probability of 0 can be considered as impossibility. That event cannot occur. Now, any event which has a low probabilistic value. That means value within the range 0 to 0.5. That event has a low probability of occurring. Similarly, if something has a high probability, that means the probabilistic value of 0.5 to 1, that event is more likely to happen. So those events with high probabilistic value has a high chance of occurring, and whereas those events which are having low probabilistic value ranging from 0 to 5 has a low chance of occurring. So what is the formula for calculating probability? As I have already told you, probability is a branch of mathematics. So it must have contained a numeric value. Here we will see how we can calculate the numeric value of probability. Let's have a look. Probability of an event. The event equal to number of times the event occurs divided by total numbers of equally likely possible outcomes. So what is an event? Event means the outcome of an experiment. So what is an experiment? Experiment has anything which results in more than one outcome. That means if you are tossing a coin, as a result, two things can happen. There might be a head appears or there may be a tail appears. So while tossing the coin, before seeing the result, you cannot say definitely what you are going to get, a head or a tail. There is a chance of getting head, there is another chance of getting tail. So here comes the probability. Probability of an event means in this flipping of coin case, probability of getting a head. The probability of getting a head is number of times that event occurs, means number of times the head can occur, divided by total number of equally likely possible outcomes. That means the outcomes that can happen after tossing the coin. That here in this case, two outcomes can happen, either a head or a tail. If I express the event by the notation A, then the probability of A we can write here in this way, equal to NA divided by N, where NA denotes the number of favorable outcomes and N denotes the number of possible outcomes, total number of possible outcomes. Let's see this with an example. If you roll one die, what is the probability of rolling a 2? Die is in Bengali, we call it Ludor Chakka. I think everybody has seen a die and it has 6 faces. On each of the faces, any number starting from 1 to 6 is imprinted. So if we roll a die, what happens? Any one face comes at the top and any one number we can see. Let's have a look. What are the options that we can get if we roll our die? We can get 6 possible outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Those 6 numbers are written on the face of the die. So here the question is, what is the probability of rolling a 2? That means our desired result is 2. Here as you can see, 2 can only happen only one time. If you roll a die, the number 2 can appear only once. So here there could be 6 possible outcomes as shown in the picture. When we roll a die, you can get any one of these 6 outcomes, right? And 2 can appear only once. So the probability of getting number 2 is number of favorable outcomes. That means in this case 1 divided by total outcomes. That means in this case 6. Let's have a look. Probability of getting 2 is 1 by 6. So now we will be discussing some basic rules of probability. As I have already shown you in the probabilistic scale, the values of a probability of an event lies within the range 0 to 1. And therefrom, the first rule of probability comes. Rule 1. For any event A, the probability of happening A lies within the range 0 to 1. Where if the probabilistic value of A, Ta equal to 0, the event is uncertain. There is an impossible event, and if Ta equal to 1, that event is a certain or event that can definitely occur in future. And the rule 2 says the sum of probabilities of all possible outcomes is 1. That means if we are tossing a coin, the probability we are getting 2 probability events, head and tail. Probability of having a head and probability of having a tail. If we add these 2 probabilities, the summation will be always equal to 1. If there are more than 2 probabilistic outcomes, 4, 5, 6, anything. If we add all these values, the summation will be always equal to 1. And the last rule is also called the complement rule, which tells probability of not getting A or not happening of A equal to 1 minus probability of A, probability of event A that has already occurred. Now we will be calculating the probabilities for a few different examples. Let's begin. Problem number 1. What is the probability of rolling an odd number with a die? 3, 4, 5 and 6. And odd numbers are 1, 3 and 5 out of the 6 numbers. So odd numbers are 1, 3 and 5. And possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Anything can happen between 1 and 6. So the number of the number of our favorable cases, that means getting an odd number. 1, 3 and 5. 3 numbers are there. And how many possible outcomes are there in this case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 possible outcomes are there. So here in this case, favorable outcomes is 3 and number of possible outcomes equal to 6. So the probability of getting an odd number is favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes that we have already learned in that formula page. This 3 by 6 or 1 by. Now we will be moving to problem number 2. Here is problem number 2. Here in this problem, let's have a look. A box contains 5 red and 6 black pens. If one pen is taken out, find the probability that the pen is red in color. First, we have to consider how many pens are there in a box. There are 5 plus 6, in total 11 pens. So, if I take out one pen, there is a chance that I can get the 11 different pens, as there are total number of 11 pens. 11 possible outcomes could be there. So total number of pens in a box is 11. Find the probability that the pen is red in color. Our expected outcome is color red. So how many red pens are there? 5. So, as I have already explained, when one pen is chosen, 11 different results might come. And number of red pens equal to 5. So, here our favorable outcomes is 5. And total number of possible outcomes equal to 11. So, how can we calculate the probability? Very simple. Number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. That means 5 by 11. It is the answer. Now we are moving forward to solve another problem. Problem number 3. A card is chosen from a pack of 52 cards. Find the probability that the card is picked. A pack of cards, a card in Bengali it is termed as tash. In a pack of tash, there are 52 number cards are there. And there are 4 houses. Red, club, diamond, heart. There are 2 colors, red and blue. Red and black. And within these 4 houses, each house contains 13 different cards. Within these 13 different cards, few are number cards, few are face cards. Face cards are Joker, Queen, King, and rest are the number cards, starting from 2 to 9. And number 1 is termed as 8. So, coming back to the problem. This basic information about the cards, it will be very helpful for you for solving those probability problems depending on the problem of cards. Let's have a look. Here, a card is chosen from a pack of 52 cards. Find the probability that the card is picked. Just now, I have said there are 4 different houses and each house there is 1 king only. So, how many kings are there within a pack? 4, right? So, number of kings in a pack is 4. And how many cards are there within a pack? 52. Each we draw any one card out of the pack, there could be 52 possible cases. There could be 52 different cards as our result. So when one card is chosen from a pack, 52 different results might come as there are 52 different cards. So here we are trying to find the probability of getting a king. Hence our favorite outcome is 4 and number of possible outcomes is 52. And we can easily calculate the probability, that is preferable outcomes by possible outcomes, and in this case 4 by 52. Hence 1 by 30. Thank you all for this class. We will be meeting soon with another class on another topic of probability.